Okay. Welcome, Orpheus, to the healing, let's call it podcast. It's our great pleasure to have you here and to even be host to your facilitated journeys that you brought. There's multiple of them, and they are quite different. So if you could describe and summarize maybe what is the essence that you brought? What is the terminal goal of what you create?
It's a good question because the essence behind it is to let people touch and taste a way of life that is authentic and that is conscious about different ways that all of them have the intention to bring healing, well-being, balance, and joy into one's life with understanding of what is happening, why it's happening, and how we can even find answers. This is the essence behind my workshops.
Beautiful. I like the way that you describe it because from what you say, it means that it's basically for everyone. You don't have to be a super spiritual soul to actually benefit from what you bring.
Exactly.
But it's for everyone.
Exactly, for everyone. Even children enjoy some of the workshops.
Maybe I find it interesting that your work originates in different cultures and different traditions and in different perspectives of spirituality. How did you come to really gather all of that together and bring multiple aspects to what you create and creating this unique combination?
Thank you. It started from an inner voice, from what we can say the solar plexus on my belly that was bubbling, to know more, to understand more about this life. I was in a best position where I was in my life when I was about 25, and I could have a very good job and relationship and everything, but it was not enough. Something was missing. I missed some essence, some depth to my life. And I didn't know what it is. And so it took me on a crazy journey, I can say, all the way to Asia, traveling all over Asia, connecting to Taoism, Buddhism, Hinduism, and martial arts and meditations, and start accumulating tools that I was curious about, wanted to learn more, and started to understand through what we call now vision quests, through inquiring the universe. What is my purpose? What am I doing here? What is this thing? And what am I doing here? And it brought me answer one after the other. And I talk about it in different workshops, mainly in the Be the Way and the Shamanic Soul Revolution, that those questions started to bring answers and tools. And I started accumulating tools for healing brothers and sisters, human beings, to make them feel better, reach balance, and find joy. And these were the steps of things that I wanted to learn, found beneficial for me, and I wanted to reach a level of mastery so I could teach it forward. And it happened in the last 25 years.
That's awesome. You already mentioned the workshops that you do, that you facilitate for the participants. As well, you wrote a book. Is the essence of what you created, the workshops, the same as what you wrote in the book, or what is the synergy between these parts of your creation?
Yeah, the book is called Be the Way. And the essence of my work and my message is finding your own authentic being and walk that path. So be the way is find your way and be the way. Not be my way, be your way. And to walk that path, to walk that way, I believe that we need certain tools to make us feel confident and trust that this is our way. And not to be repressed by society and by rules or, like should and would of others, family, society, and so on. And so I wrote this book as compilation and summary of my 20 or 15 years of work. It was written over 5 years ago, and I bring it to share with the people, and it has an essence of certain elements that are mutual to all human beings. Like, what is the kind of rules about nutrition? Why is it important? Why exercise of the body, the mind, the breath is important? You know, how we are related to the environment. What is lifestyle? What is spirituality? And I bring that and talk about that through the different workshops. So if I talk about exercise, I have a workshop that is called Chi Flow, that combine different ways of exercising, from meditation to conscious walking, to dance, to stretch the body and to move, you know, to feel energy, to feel bubbles of energy, and to be playful with that and share it with others.
Obviously, you're good at combining.
Exactly.
Maybe how do you combine the elements of internal aspects and external aspects in the healing that you facilitate?
In the healing?
By external, I mean like maybe plant medicines or something that people don't have within them usually. Do you work with this too?
I work with plant medicine in Costa Rica in my center. In here, if there's a local medicine, even cacao is medicine, then we can work with that. I bring with me the knowledge of Chinese medicine, acupuncture, and needles, which we can say they are external, and they are going into the body.
Yes.
So they connect the external and the internal, and they change the energetics of our body. And together with that, healing experience that I bring to the festival is called the shamanic tribal acupuncture. So I combine the community acupuncture that is done in China, and practiced in China almost 2 years, and saw that happening there. Then I can bring people to come together and still individually, first of all, experience an energy healing through the acupuncture, which is external. I decide for them where to put the needles, but then I invite them and invoke in them a level of responsibility for the healing. So I take them on a journey through chanting, through guidance, through the shamanic drum, to internally also do the work of healing. So it goes very deep. Yeah, it's a group healing, externally and internally together.
Interesting. I recalled that I met you with your daughter, and I'm curious if you're open to answering this, how the fatherhood has changed your life, maybe your perspective on life, and maybe even what you create.
Playfulness. But first of all, I can say that fatherhood is for me priority. So if I need to choose something, obviously the first thing is to be a father, responsible, good friend to my daughter. And I see how she grew and blossomed like a flower. And her name is Magnolia. Probably you met her. And she's a magical being. And I'm inspired to spend time with her and to see how she evolved and to see how she see me at my work and my playground. And she learned. Today in a healing session we did with many people in a circle, she was the first one to open the space. She took my harmonica and she was playing the harmonica and dancing for 3 minutes to make everybody relax. And people responded that it was magical for them to see that. Because I didn't tell her anything. I didn't say, no, it's not okay. I just let her be.
Beautiful. You've experienced multiple healing festivals so far. I'm curious to know what progress do you see there? Or if, what is the essence that comes to your mind when I say healing festival, what it means for you to be creator here?
First of all, I want to say that the Healing Festival is growing in a beautiful way. Amazingly to see how it grew from a very small, intimate, 200 people in tents in a forest to still in a forest around nature, but to a bigger, much bigger festival in an international level. It's a very high-scale festival now, and can be compared to many other healing festivals that we are going through and sharing our wisdom and practices. And I'm very happy and proud in Magda and Martin to hold this torch and to bring this healing festival to the people. And the healing happens through connections, hearts, listening, bonfires at night, dance floor, workshops. It's not just a particular thing. And that's magical. When I have a 2-minute conversation with someone and I change his perspective towards life, it doesn't need to be a workshop. It's about how we influence each other in a safe space that offers these possibilities with healthy food, you know, and clean environment. It's very, very beautiful. Yeah.
Thank you. Thank you. And I see that you brought some shamanic aspects to this festival. I was myself a part of the shamanic journey that was very powerful, and yet still very human and playful and like not closed up. I'm curious, what do you think about the fact that you bring something that is not originated in this culture, if the aspect of tradition and the culture matters? Because I see that there is a big rise of interest into shamanism in Europe, in Czech Republic. However, it doesn't meet our history. Maybe the form of Amazonian shamanism, or you know, what is your perspective to this? That we are becoming Native Americans and all of this without actually having it in our blood.
To this I'm not so sure, because I believe that everyone that is connected to natural healing and to finding ways to be inspired to walk your path, his or her path, has, I call it like a shamanic spark, a shamanic soul. And so in my talk, Shamanic Soul Revolution, it's about changing the mindset about what shamanism is. Because if we look at the history, shamanism exists in many, many different nations.
Even in Czech.
Yeah, if you go very far, even in the rabbinic Jews, they didn't call them shamans, because shaman maybe didn't exist in that time, the word, but they called them medicine people and healers and the magicians. And you know, in the North Europe, in the Mongols, that's where the word even started, the shaman word, the one who see. And so among us, we learn and we evolve to start feeling and seeing things that are beyond the bare eyes. So in each one of us that has the curiosity, it can be activated. And so for me, I take the best modalities from different practices. Religions, I consider religions a little bit old school. We are now breaking the rules of the old traditions and religions, and we bring things together. That you said, I'm good at combining, yes, because I like to take the best of every tradition that exists for some years, of some thousands of years, and bring it into a place of very high quality to share with the people. We did a Shabbat ceremony. It's like a shamanic ceremony.
And it was crowded with people.
And everybody talking about that as being an amazing experience. And it's very pure. We are blessing, we are praying, we are blessing over the food and the wine, and we are singing together. And so the old traditions of shamanism is now cracking up and opening to the mass. And people who think that they didn't have their own tradition maybe suddenly find that it was in the tradition.
Thank you very much for answering this. Because in the history or in the past, I heard that someone cannot become a shaman. They have to be born shaman. So when being here and interacting with the creators, I feel like it's something that is universal and everyone has access to it if they are curious enough.
Yeah, and who can tell me when I was born? Maybe I was born thousands of years ago.
Yeah.
And I carry that from there. And I was, and I saw that.
Yes.
And that's why I play this role now. One of my roles is that.
You mentioned religions too. I'm curious to know if you believe in God.
I believe in an energy that created this world that we experience.
Yeah.
And maybe there was something before that energy that brought that energy. I can have a full conversation about Taoism and God, and was there something beyond God and creator? But we as humans didn't create this world. Humans cannot create a tree or an apple. They create a fake version of it, you know, a lower frequency than that. And so the spark of life exists in every living thing. And for me, spirituality is to acknowledge that and to be grateful for that. One of the essence of spirituality.
Yes, every being, no matter if it's a human, if it's a tree, if it's a plant. There's even a small like insect that is on your head, and I'm watching it the whole time, and it's so happy to be with you because
I know he came for the interview from the shamanic journey.
Yes,
look at that. He's with me since 10 a.m. and I was thinking that he came to meet Magnolia, my daughter, but he stayed for the interview. That's why I brought the hat.
Yes.
It
was distracting me for a bit, but then I understood that it chose to be with you because it had so many chances to leave.
And he was a spirit animal of one of the ladies that joined the shamanic tribal acupuncture today. She finished the healing, and he or she was standing on her leg, and she woke up and she said, "That's my spirit animal. That's the healing." And those insects, they bring healing and magic to people. So he's staying with me. I'm a new friend.
Thank you. That's beautiful. Can we finish the interview with maybe the message that you would like to leave, that you bring through your offering?
Yeah, my message to human beings is to find ways to be happy, find joy in the simplicity of life, learn how to communicate, learn how to listen to each other, and stay curious, desire to evolve, to learn ways for self-mastery, because we have it in all of us. And if we all grow together, we are the ones that make the change and make this world amazing.
Thank you so much. That's beautiful.
Thank you.
Thank you.